Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Let's jump into today's message. Whoever I'm speaking to, if you clicked on this video, this is most likely for you. If you are a daydreamer, if you have a narcissistic parent, in the recent years went through a spiritual awakening that catapulted you into your purpose. Maybe you used to get in trouble for daydreaming as a child. You astral travel. You know your psychic abilities. You're pretty sure you're chosen, but you're not quite sure. You know that you are the sun. You have a golden voice, and you are figuring out that your voice matters. If you resonate with any of that, stay tuned. What I'm getting is you are caring less and less about other people's perceptions because you are realizing what you are here to do. There is something awakening in you. You're going to hear a message, and you're going to hear it so loud and clear, you cannot unhear it. You cannot unsee it. And as you hear this message, as you see this message, it puts you in this space of remembering the things that you've been through and why you might maneuver the way that you do. It's going to put some puzzle pieces together for you. So I wrote down as much as I could. I did some channeled writing for you guys. You guys could be a Leo or a Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. You don't have to be. But those were the two signs that I was being prompted to say because I was getting sun child, okay, child of the sun, golden child, so Leo energy. And then I was getting daydreamer, which is Pisces. So you guys could be either one of those signs. You guys are realizing that you've been a master manifester since birth because of toxic situations that you've been in where people have tainted your childhood. Wherever you are right now listening to this message, you feel strongly that dark energy around you is really trying hard to distract you. And you're looking at your everyday things, your routine, your mood, the things that you do, the people that you talk to, and you're realizing where some of the things that are normally just part of your everyday were a distraction or are a distraction. So you're going to be reeling it back from certain people, from certain conversations, because you're like, oh, wait, that has been distracting me. This has been distracting me. This has also been distracting me. There are a lot of distractions coming in right now because you are on the brink of success. There are a lot of distractions coming in to derail you from getting into this new timeline. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're seeing 1111 because you are opening a portal. I'm so excited to talk about this reading with you guys because I feel like it's really important. And it's important for me too. So I just think, I'm just excited. Anyways, you guys are a golden child. And you're realizing that. You're realizing why you beam like the sun. You're realizing why people have been hard on you since you were a child. You're realizing why you were always getting reprimanded, always being silenced, always being told this, that, or the third. You were always being maneuvered in a different direction other than the direction you were supposed to be going. And now that you are realizing this and the gears are moving around, you're like, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to a space where I don't remember who I am, where I'm easily distracted. So distracted that I don't even realize it's a distraction. There are certain things that you're going to be moving away from. Certain relationships, atmospheres, environments, jobs. Whoever I'm speaking to, your spiritual awakening was traumatic. I feel like this is going to be somewhat specific, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, I don't feel like you were a dark night of the soul forever, but I feel like your spiritual awakening was traumatic. I feel like because you guys are so positive and because you've been a master manifester since you were a child, you're good at like shifting out of things But your spiritual awakening changed you, obviously, and now you're on this path to enlightenment, and I hope I'm saying that word right. And you are figuring out your path. You're figuring out where you're supposed to be, and that you don't have to have it all figured out. You're also figuring out that you can doubt yourself a little bit. That's okay. That's normal. If you didn't doubt yourself a little bit, if you didn't like worry or stress or were a little bit scared, then we could call you crazy town. But you're not crazy town, even though you might think that you are. There were a lot of people that have tried to beat you down mentally, verbally, physically. And you guys always radiate like the sun. So when you were born, okay, what it should have been like was the Lion King, where Mufasa has the baby, Simba, and you're being held up in the sky. Because you were chosen, that's how it should have gone. That's not how it went. And even if you did feel some love in your home, whoever was helping raise you, there was at least one parent, if not two, that were making things hard for you, making you feel less than, reprimanding you for speaking, singing, dancing, acting, playing, imagining, but daydreaming especially, because they wanted to keep you in a little prison. You can't dream, you can't do this, you can't do that, because you're not going to be anybody. Whoever that person is to you that was in your childhood, whether it was an uncle, an aunt, a mom, a dad, a brother that raised you, a sister that raised you, whoever this was that was toxic and tainted this joy that you naturally had. You guys are good at your manifesting abilities because you were always forming your escape plan. Comment down below, my intuition is my superpower. I am a master manifester. This is what you guys are realizing. There are certain things that you're going to be looking at in your life right now. And if you guys feel comfortable to comment it down below, do that. Claim this reading. This is going to be super in-depth, so get comfortable. Grab your roll-up, grab your tea, grab your bestie, grab whatever you need. I had to pause the video because there's a lot of distractions coming in because this message is that important, so it's to be expected. But what I'm getting is you guys have psychic knowing and you've been manifesting things since you were little. So what I want you guys to think about are different things that are in your life currently that you used to dream about as a child. Is it your divine counterpart? Is it your soulmate? Is it a child? Is it a home? Is it a certain relationship, a dream job? There is something that you daydreamed about as a child that you've brought into your current reality. So if you feel comfortable commenting down below what that is, you should do that. Because I'm dying to know. And if you've been seeing 1111 all over the place, that's the portal that you're opening to move into this timeline of knowing your purpose and just being all up in it, softening your heart. There were people around you that wanted you to harden your heart. And over time, this happened. You guys could have been in addiction, poverty, toxic relationships, codependent relationships, hostile work environments, because these were things that you were quite possibly familiar with. And I resonate with a lot of this. My spiritual awakening was 5 years ago, and it was traumatic. Sometimes people try to make spiritual awakenings seem like it's not such a heavy word. And I want to put emphasis on the fact that it is, because it's not light work. Once you go through your spiritual awakening, you're not going back. Okay, you're not like turning the car around. You can't unsee your spiritual awakening. You are forever changed. And it just depends on what you do with that. And there are certain things that you just don't resonate with anymore when you go through that. And it can feel like forever. It can feel like an eternity. You could feel like you're going crazy, and you could feel alone, like nobody understands you. I know that whoever I'm speaking to has a deep desire to connect to others, to have a relationship with others, to have like-minded people, to have supportive people. And that has been really hard for you throughout your whole life. You feel like people have always been hating on the fact that you radiate sunshine. Even on your worst day, you do that. So comment down below, even on my worst day, I radiate sunshine. Even on my worst day, I have a golden voice. My voice matters. I'm a master manifester. Even on your worst day, because you guys are constantly trying to think of things that are positive to bring into your timeline. I wrote down master manifesting since you were a child, daydreaming, Pisces energy, golden child, children of the sun, chosen. There were a lot of things that I couldn't explain that I went through as a child that children shouldn't go through, but I know the people that resonate with my channel understand, because that's why you're here. And because my parents, when they were still together, were always fighting and at each other's throats, and it was just very toxic, me as a not even really being able to crawl or barely crawling, not being able to walk, I would climb out of my crib. I've been trying to escape since 7, 8 months, 9 months old. Okay, and that could be you guys too. So as I tell you guys this, let me know if it resonates with you in any way. At 9 months, I'm pretty sure I wasn't walking yet, but I would, we lived in a townhome where there was an upstairs and a downstairs. And at that time, the stairs didn't have like the backing on the steps. They were just steps. So dangerous to go down if you're only a crawler and you're not walking yet. You feel me? So I would slide out of my crib. I don't even know how, you guys. It sounds terrifying when I've been told the story. And I would slide out of this and I would go all the way down the stairs and I would be playing with all my toys when my parents would wake up. And they would freak out. Like, how is this kid who can't even walk yet out of the crib, down the stairs? Like, that's dangerous. And I guess I shouldn't like be like, oh, that's crazy, because I've had family members with children that have done that. And so, but I mean, there were stairs, they were backing on the stairs when those children did that and they were crawling. So yes, there are, dang, that's crazy. I'm just literally thinking of that. I have family members that, like, when they were that small, their parents were fighting downstairs and they crawled upstairs to where me and my husband were, like, help me, play with me, because what's going on down there I don't want to be a part of. And I didn't have anybody else. There were no other children. So or at the time there were no other children. So I would go down the stairs and I would be playing with all my toys and just escaping that reality at 9 months, you guys. So I did this throughout my entire childhood. I was always daydreaming, always had headphones in, was always thinking of like what my life was going to be like, how I was going to be a star. I would dance to music videos in the mirror, I would sing, and my mom would always tell me, you're never going to be a singer. You're never going to be anything. You're going to be just like your father, because they were going through divorce. And that just really it didn't break me at first. So I would just sing in private, like, whatever. She doesn't like my singing. I don't freaking care. I'm going to be a singer. And I was just always by myself doing things because I still believed in myself. But as time started to progress, she started to really break down my spirit, even as an adult. And now, they don't give that person the time of day. Never. Never, never, never will I give them the time of day again. May they find their blessings elsewhere. But I remember right before my parents divorced, I was like 5, and they had put me in private school for kindergarten. And in kindergarten, my teacher was like, this little daydreamer over here, not paying attention. They're not going to make it to first grade. She needs to go to pre-first because she's not ready for first grade. Who has heard of pre-first? What the frick is that? That's still failing. That's still going back a grade. Who fails kindergarten? But who? Just because I had other, obviously I'm ADHD as well, but 5-year-olds don't fail kindergarten. Comment down below if you resonate with that. I know other people that have also failed kindergarten or first grade, so don't feel bad. I'm right there with you. You guys have a jealous or narcissistic parent or parental figure that helped raise you. They were jealous from the minute you were born, from the minute you could walk, from the minute you could talk, because you're emanating sunshine. You're just glowing, and they're like, where do they do that at? Why are they doing that? I want them to stop. So they tried to taint your childhood. They tried to make you be submissive. They tried to silence you. They tried to censor you. They tried to get you to suppress your feelings. They could have made it just absolute hell on earth for you. And I know a lot of us have narcissistic parents or people that raised us. So if you guys feel comfortable sharing, this is a safe space for you guys to do that. They tried to rob you of your innocence. And that is something that you guys are getting back to. This is why I always talk to you guys about inner child healing. Because you're learning how to soften your heart again. And as you do that, when you are seeing 1111 and you're ready to go on to this timeline, you're ready to enter this portal of change and being in your heart center, you're going to know that you're chosen, and whatever you do, it's going to be good. It's going to be good for you because it's going to what? It's going to evolve. So I'm getting that you guys are learning how to do this. You are breaking down the barriers that are around your heart. You're learning how to heal your heart. You're learning how to put your heart back together. You guys have learned how to manifest your way out of toxic people, abusive relationships. So like, say you knew you were stuck in a toxic relationship or a toxic job, you would daydream like, oh, I'm only going to be here for this long, and one day I'm going to be this, and one day I'm going to be that. These are things that you are able to manifest. So the closer you get back to your inner child while you're on this path, the easier it will be for you to manifest the things that you desire, because that's what you've been doing since birth. You guys have always been chosen. Whoever I'm speaking to, you've always been chosen. Comment down below, I have always been chosen. 11:11 on the clock. You guys could have been easily bored, and so people said, oh my gosh, they're not ready for this grade, or they're not ready for that grade, or they're not ready for this responsibility, because they don't have it. People tried to make you feel like you were incompetent. You guys could have lost a lot of things throughout your life, throughout adulthood, and suffered addiction. For those of you that are new, I have also gone down that path of losing things to the point of being stubborn. If I lost a home, or I was out on the street or out on my ass, I would do anything to figure out how to fix the situation so I wouldn't have to ever go to my parents' house. So I wouldn't ever have to go to my mom's house, I should say. I was like, that's not an option. Failing is not an option. Even if I'm failing and it looks like I'm failing, I'm not freaking failing, because I'm going to sleep in my car. Even if it looks like I'm failing, I'm not freaking failing, and I'm going to go sleep at a friend's house. I'm going to go stay on the other side of town. I'm going to move to a different state. I'm not going back to that. And so you guys are, or could have been in situations where you have lost things over and over and over again as you've been finding your way. And, you know, when I started losing things like that, I thought, like, what is wrong with me? Like, why don't I know how to hold on to things? Why don't I know how to, like, take good care of my things or be more responsible? I just didn't understand, like, why I couldn't get my shit together. And then I started going through toxic relationships while I was dating, and then I really started getting into drugs and alcohol and addiction, and I was in that for a very, very, very long time. I am lucky to be alive. from my childhood, and I am lucky to be alive from my addiction. And that is because whoever I'm speaking to, you've been saved many times. Forget a cat having 9 lives. You've been saved many times. Many times you weren't supposed to be here. And you're here. You want to know why you're here? Because you're chosen. My mom tried to kill my spirit as a child at 5 years old. I knew she wanted me dead, gone, disappeared. And so when they went their separate ways, I said, do I want to die? Or do I want to live miserably? I'll go with my dad. So I went with my dad, knowing that he parties, drinks, sells drugs, does drugs. Very bad environment for me to be in. Neglected, malnourished. I started to get really sick. I started to deteriorate. I got to the point where I couldn't even hold down food. I couldn't even hold it down, even if it was in front of me, and I was starving. My body was rejecting it. And my dad had put me in very bad situations with drugs, trap houses, guns, stolen goods, crack babies, prostitutes. Like, I've been put in some very bad situations, and I'm very lucky to be alive from that. Then I have to go, because I'm so sick, I have to go to another state and live with my mom and my stepdad. All to hear that she saved my life. I saved your life. You can eat now. You're welcome. Not wanting to do what a mother is supposed to do. You guys are right now learning how to mother yourself. You're learning how to parent yourself. Because you're going to do it the best way possible for yourself. To soften your heart, to heal your inner child. Because you know what you need. And they're pretending that they don't when they do. They're just not capable. And it's like they weren't supposed to be. We were chosen to be in certain situations so we could rise above it and come out of the gates swinging. So I get back on my feet. I start eating again. It takes me months and months to heal and start being able to hold down food. And my mom is breaking me down and breaking me down and breaking me down, chopping my hair, trying to make me look like a boy, telling me I can't try out for this or do this or practice that. I could only tolerate that, you guys, for 4 years. Now, when you're a teenager, you can't really just go wherever the heck you want. But trust and believe I manifested my way out of that. At 17, I sat my mother down and I sat my stepdad down. As I only really stayed with them from not that long. I stayed with them for 4 or 5 years. And I sat them down. I'm like, it's my junior year. I'm about to finish. I'm not going through senior year. They were like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're going to withdraw me from school. They're like, why would we do that? I'm like, because I'm leaving. I'm moving to another state. How are you going to do that? Well, I've been working 3 jobs. And I have enough saved for out-of-state tuition, a couple months rent until I find a job, student housing, junior college. You're going to withdraw me from school after my junior year ends, and I'm going to get my GED, and I'm going to go to this junior college. They were like, if you pass, if you can get your driver's license, because I had failed my learner's permit test 3 times because nobody would teach me to drive. So I was terrified of driving, and I failed the learner's permit test so many freaking times it wasn't even funny. So that happens. I get my driver's license. Hallelujah. Pass the GED. Hallelujah. I'm like, I'm out of here. I had friends in high school who were like, we're going to prom. You haven't gone to prom. You've never been to homecoming. You've never been to winter formal. How can you just leave? It's easy. You don't live where I live. You don't endure what I endure. And I know it's hard for you to understand, but you have a great family. So enjoy your senior year. And I'll just be a state away. I'll just be a phone call away. And so I moved, went to college. Things really went left. all because of dating and jealous girls and how people bully other people, especially chosen people. And I just didn't know how to deal with it. I just wanted to be accepted. I thought that when I left my family, like, oh, these people are going to accept me. The church I was going to, I thought they were going to accept me. The school I was going to, I thought they were going to accept me. And that was not the case. I got kicked out of that school for fighting. I got kicked out of that school for partying, for having boys over past curfew. Like, I got in trouble for everything. And so then I had to leave that school. And even though I had been paying my rent and I was ahead on my rent and had a job, I had to sleep in my car across the street from school campus. And I had to do that for a couple of weeks until then I finally had to move into the city. So I'm just trying to explain to you guys, like, I know I don't talk about this a lot, so that's why I said this reading is going to be in depth, because these are things that I don't really talk to you guys about, but I have a lot of new family on this channel. We have a lot of new soul family. Our channel is growing. The channel is growing. Our soul family is growing. And so I want to kind of give you guys what this channel is really for, who my messages are really for, and a little bit about me. Okay, so you guys always had people that were trying to make you feel like you should be doubting yourself, like you're not good enough. And what you're moving towards now is that you just don't care about people's perception. You just don't care at all. But that's showing you too a little bit that your heart has been hardened in some ways. So you're working on yourself. You're a work in progress. Comment down below, I am a work in progress. It is okay to fail. You guys, I have failed so many times, too many times to count. Too many times to count. And dealing with addiction, being in and out of jail, having to escape or fight my way out of situations that I got myself into. It just shows you, like, that you can make it on the other side. When I came out of my addiction, that was like probably the best day ever. Still alive. I never ever thought I'd want to be sober. I never ever thought I could do it. I thought, nah, I'm going to hold on to that for a little bit longer. Smoking cigarettes, I'm going to hold on to that. Doing drugs, I'm going to hold on to that. Drinking alcohol till I black out, I'm going to hold on to that. And it was destroying my life. And when we are chosen, I don't know if it's for all, okay? I'm not like the guru on it yet, okay? Not yet. We be on our goat behavior though over here on this platform. But what I'm getting is I am not meant to partake in any of that because I don't know a limit. On top of that, I feel like other entities and spirits are entering my body and I become a completely different person. I become toxic, selfish, abusive, crazy, paranoid, psycho, aggressive. I become a completely different person. I become an animal. And I didn't like waking up every day like, I don't know what I did. Who am I going to have to apologize to? Oh my gosh. Who do I owe money to? Like, if you know, you know. If you don't, that's great. Okay. So there are people or parents that were always attacking your mind. Oh, you're never going to get anywhere. I don't know why you're trying to plan this, or that's not going to work. I was told that my whole life. That's not going to work. You're never going to be anything. You're never going to go anywhere. You're a loser. You're a bum. And you guys are manifesting your way out of shitty timelines. Where you are right now does not have to be where you're going to be tomorrow. You guys are going to parent yourself. You're going to nurture yourself so you can heal your inner child and get back to that heart space. There is mother energy that has let you down throughout life. And you guys have a deep desire to have friends because it's something that you struggle with. And you guys also feel like you struggle with life in general. Okay, that might not be for all of you guys. You really desire like-minded people, good friends, good family, a good circle of trust. And you desire to know that you're chosen. You guys are ready to enter this portal. You're ready to shift your mindset your mood, your emotions, and your habits. There are dark forces all around you, trying to tempt you, trying to lure you away from your path. That is what you are realizing right now. It could be something as small as gossip, a phone call from a coworker. It could be something as small as a knock on the door, drug addiction, alcoholism. It could be anything. There's, a big scale. And you guys are just starting to see, like, I don't like that I'm distracted like that or focused on that. So you're learning how to focus as well. Even if you're like me and you have ADHD, you're learning how to focus. You guys are learning how to express your purpose in your everyday activities. Comment down below. I am learning to express my purpose in my everyday activities. You guys are learning how to recalibrate your emotions, your attitude, your habits, your general moods, and how you adapt to your environment. The way that you guys are shifting right now, your environment is going to have to adapt to you because you are refusing to let them get you down. You refuse to let them get you down. Comment down below, life is peachy, period. I am the owl. I'm hearing I am the walrus. So you guys could like Yellow Submarine or the Beatles. But you guys know. You've always known. But there's always people like, you don't know. You can't predict that. Who do you think you are? I get my messages from God. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anyone. I think we all have abilities. I think we all connect to our higher power or higher source in different ways. No one should be judged for that, but I don't want anyone to think that I have bad intentions because I get my messages from God. But people could be treating you that way, like, oh my gosh, they do what? They can't predict the future. They do who? They don't know all the answers. And I don't feel like you're pretending that you do. People are just trying to make you feel less than for having a dream, for having an idea, for imagining, for being intuitive, for being insightful, for having wisdom, for being able to communicate, for being assertive, for having boundaries. People are mad. They're like, who do they think they are? They could be trying to make it seem like you have a hidden agenda. People could be trying to make it seem like you're lazy, you're this, that, or the third. These are also distractions. You are about to manifest a different timeline. We have the Town. There are a lot of people that you could just be realizing are upset with you. And this is making you realize that these are not the type of people that you want to attract into your life. You're like, there's a lot of miserable people around me that don't like me. That part I resonate with so much. I have a deep desire to have friends and connections, but that's just not going to happen. It's not easy for me because people feel like they get to know me, and if I suppress who I am, they will accept me. If I don't suppress who I am, if I don't dim it down, if I don't water it down, they don't want to be my friend. And I don't want them to. So I have a lot of people in the workplace and in my family, they don't like me and I don't fuck with them. So it doesn't matter, but it's like they want you to feel like a fake empress when it's actually them being the fake one. You guys have people around you that are like, hi, how are you? Da-da-da-da. But the minute you turn around, they're talking shit. You guys, I have people that I've never done anything to. And they're just like, the minute I turn around, they're whispering, talking shit. People gossip about me a lot. And you want to know the reason why they are most mad? Is because I'm very private about my life. Very private. So it's like, why give information to someone that has a hidden agenda? Now I know that I'm divinely protected. I am a protected child of God. So I'm not worried about that. But it's like, I'm not going to I'm not going to exchange anything. For what? For what? For who? You guys are learning how to control the narrative. You guys are restoring order. You are restoring balance. I get the most shit right now from people because they want to know why I maneuver a certain way. They'll never know because they A, don't care, or they're fake, or they're on some bullshit, or they have ill intentions. You guys need to trust your intuition now more than ever. You guys are extremely insightful and you see who is not for you. The people that are in the corner talking shit, those are the people that you know are talking shit. You don't have to doubt that they're talking shit. You know that they are. You are no longer in a state of paranoia. You just know they're being fake. I know they're being cordial with me right now, but they're being fake. And that's okay. But I feel like you guys are going through deep changes in your 11th house. Yeah, we have Pisces in your 11th house. So don't feel bad, guys. It's because you are the hot topic. You are the topic of conversation. Because you are constantly defying the odds. There's always like good news, blessings, miracles, or success that keeps finding you every time you have a new realization. Every time you shift towards something better for yourself, you're getting an upgrade. And you're really starting to outgrow a lot of different situations because you are chosen. You have a divine purpose. You guys are going to be figuring out what that means to serve. Now, there's a lot of you guys that work in a corporate environment, or your work environment could be very toxic and you guys have higher ups that have tried to block you from anything and everything. They've tried to block you from opportunities. They've tried to block you from money. They've tried to block you from information, things that you need to know to do your job code properly. And that's what I've dealt with a lot, especially after my awakening. I really started to see people differently. I started to see jobs differently. Like, you guys are looking at everything with a new pair of eyes. You're like, I don't want my heart to be hardened and be like, F you, F you, F you, F you, F you. You're going to feel bad for them. You're going to feel bad for them for trying to distract you. You're going to feel bad for them for even trying you because you are realizing how anointed, how protected you are. They always shamed you as a child. This is for someone where they were dealing with a parent that was always like, you can't do that. You can't have that. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, you guys are cord cutting. Your cutoff game is vicious. Your cutoff game is strong. Your cutoff game is savage. Drop your scissors down below. We haven't gotten this card in a long time. Damn. You guys are cutting the cord to this town, to these bosses, to these fake empresses. Maybe you guys have a social media business. Maybe you guys are a tarot reader. Whoever you are, you're a star messenger and you're chosen. You're caring less and less about their perception of you. You're like, you don't like me? You think I'm a bitch? I don't care. I don't care. I had to deal with some people like literally this morning that were like, I know they can't stand me. I know they hate me. But they have to work with me. And every time they think they can try me, I just watch them get smacked back down. Not by me, by everything around me. Same thing for coworkers. I see them try and commiserate by the water cooler. Somebody sent me, thank you to whoever sent me a $50 Cash App for saying, Becky, go back to your cubicle. I was like dying. I read the Cash App note and it said, for saying, Becky, go back to your cubicle, $50. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. So that's what you guys are telling people. If you guys are in this corporate environment with these greedy higher ups, these fake empresses, you know they're gossiping about you. You're the talk of the town. You guys got people up and out of their seat. You're like Becky. Becky. If you're new to my channel, Becky's always the opportunist. Bobby is always the fuckboy. We are always Susie or Michael. And if I say the house, like they're a whole demon, the house, that is an exclamation point. If I say Chooch or Choochellini, that is a Decepticon. Okay? If I say capiche, that means you got me, you feel me. I cannot. But yeah, this is what you're telling people. You're like, I know what you're here for. They're here for information. They want dirt on you. They want your dirty laundry. They want your skeletons. And you're giving them nothing. They're mad. They're like, ugh. That's the thing. They have to really use their imagination to gossip about you. They have to really use their imagination to gossip about you. And they don't really have one to begin with. So they hate it. They're like, tell us what's going on with you. You're like, nothing. Absolutely nothing. People don't like that you do not answer to them. They don't like that. They're like, who do they think they are? Where do they do that at? You're like, I just know that, like the owl knows that you are full of shit. They're like, well, why are you smiling? Because I don't care about anybody's perception. You're a fake empress. This is my narrative. I control it. You're just moving around doing a lot of this. I don't care. And so there is this bad boy perception of you. Okay? You are the baddest walking. And they're like, oh, how dare they? Why do they shine like that? What are they doing? Wow, we got 2. Hi, bitch. And then we got thought ops, clout drop, about that. Your ops are doing it all for clout. Everything they do, they think it's going to get them recognition, adoration, a new reputation. It's going to get them more attention than you. That's not going down like that. You don't even want the attention. You want the right attention. So you're looking at Becky, and you're like, Becky. It's like, not today, Becky. Not today, Satan. I'm going to need you to look at me. Are you looking at me, Becky? Becky's like, I'm looking at you. Okay, cool. Go back to your cubicle. Toodles. Okay. I just can't remember what reading it was, but it was like, they hate that you keep overcoming evil. They're just like, how do they do it? That's what everyone thinks in your life. How do they keep overcoming evil? I'm a protected child of God. I am a golden child. I'm a child of the sun. There is something about you guys that you're figuring out. Or you're figuring out certain things about yourself. About your purpose, your desire to help others. And you're starting to figure out how you can do that. Because you're doing a lot of inner child healing. You're going back to how you used to daydream. And that's how you're calling things in. Being in that headspace. Like, I act like a child all the time. And it's just me. Like, I mean, I am grown, but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very childlike. I have a youthful spirit. And like, my hair was dark for a long time in my life because my mom was like, when you have blonde hair, you look like garbage. You look like a trash can. That's gaudy, that's tacky. It didn't matter if it was blonde or purple. Anything I did to her was trashy, gaudy, awful, garbage, a bum, a loser. So it didn't matter. But then, when I cared about her acceptance, I was like, oh, I won't do that because she thinks it's trashy. And I want her to accept me. Then I started to realize, when I started healing, listening to myself, becoming aware of myself, what I want my aesthetic to look like, I thought, there's a lot of different things I've tried, and I like my hair dark. Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm a Leo like through and through. And I feel like a ball of sunshine. That's what I want to bring to people. And when I have blonde hair, I feel like that. That could change, you know? But for now, that's what I feel like shows who I am. You know? You guys are becoming grounded in everything you do. You're becoming like more in tune with reality. Like, okay, I'm not going to be so obsessive about certain things. I'm not going to be paranoid about who's talking about me over there. Like, you're not as concerned because you're letting go of their acceptance. Comment down below. I never needed their stinking blinking validation. I don't need their approval. There's literally like every distraction in the world coming for this reading. I literally might have to break it up into like 4 different parts because that much is going on while I'm trying to talk to you guys. You guys could resonate with the wolf or the jackalope. Because right now, you guys are intimidating people by ear, by smell, and by something else. It's... That card wanted to pop out. Where'd it go? Let me see if it'll pop out. But I'm getting the wolf spirit. You guys are starting to intimidate people by what you hear that they thought they didn't say. And by smell. Like the jackalope, which is like a mystical creature, will do anything to escape a predator. Anything. They'll bite, kick, freak out, flip out, play dead. Like, they'll do all kinds of stuff. Because they're not gonna get got like that. That's you guys. Like, you're the jackalope. You're like, I'm not going down like that. But they have heightened amplified senses with smell and hearing. That is you guys right now. You guys smell BS from a mile away. And you're just gonna sit and observe. You're not gonna obsess anymore, be paranoid about what they might do to you. You're just like, not going to let that distract me. If I obsess over that, it's going to be a distraction. If I'm paranoid over that, it's going to be a distraction. But you guys are also hearing things. So all week, I've been getting that you guys have been trying to figure out how to recharge. Maybe you guys have not been successful yet, but you're about to be. I'm hearing within 48 hours, you're going to be able to properly recharge the way that you've been really wanting to all week. I feel like there's been a lot of distractions that have tried to derail you this week, and so you're going to get right back on course. You're like, I do have a plan. You're like, I do have to take care of all of these things, but I have a plan to chill. I have a plan to recharge, because recharging in nature or recharging in meditation, where you can think about your daydreaming thoughts like you used to as a child to escape certain situations, to escape the 4 walls that you were in, that is so important to you right now. And that's what you're realizing. You're like, okay, before I wouldn't have made time to meditate, or before I wouldn't have made time to recharge in nature, but you're seeing how important it is to all aspects of your life. And you're going to start attracting a whole new soul tribe, or a whole new group of people, or a whole new group of friends. People that are just like you. Evil eye and spell work at play. You guys already know, though. You guys already know. You guys already know that the evil eye is here. There's people watching you. There's people not cheering for you. There's people that are being warned, dealing with karma unfolding. God is unraveling their life, and they're like, ooh, I'm not going to say anything because I'm scared. That's the position I'm moving towards. Like, but literally, I have a friend that had brought my name up to 2 people that have really tried me. She's like, when I brought your name up, their whole demeanor shifted. And I was like, yeah, they're bullies. And I'm not going to kiss their ass. I'm not going to grovel. I'm not going to bend my knee. I'm not going to lick their butt. I'm not going to do any of it. And they don't like that because they get everyone else to do that. I'm the wrong one. And she's like, well, I brought up your name, that like you're the most supportive person of me. You're the only person that like helps me and looks after me. That you're the only person that I trust. And they just went and walked away. She's like, they were that scared. They didn't say, oh, or okay, or that's great. Not even a fake. They were like, and they walked away. She's like, both of them on separate days, separate occasions, 2 different people. Follow your intuition. You might be prompted to expose some people right now. If you are being prompted to not expose them, to do it ever so gently, 44:44 on the clock. If you guys are being prompted to say something to someone, say that. You will get a confirmation right after if you're supposed to. You're going to be really in tune with your signs and synchronicities. So follow that. Because some of you guys are really tired of this. But you're also realizing it's a distraction, so you're learning how to deal with it differently. That makes sense? So like if you feel prompted to talk on it or speak on it or expose it, you can. But if you're feeling prompted to like let karma play out, let God handle it, that's what you're going to do. Plus, like, you're not trying to make things look personal because you really don't care. You're more so wanting to do it for people's protection and for maybe people that you're loyal to. That's another reason why people are intimidated by me. I'm not eating shit from no one. Okay? I had to eat shit my whole life. I'm not doing it. Not for one more fake person. Nope. Nope. I'm hearing along came a spider. These people are trying to, okay, I'm not trying to scare anybody. Okay, I'm not trying to scare anybody. This is going to be for some of you. Maybe all of you. Because if you're chosen, you're definitely dealing with this. You guys could be dealing with, if you're on social media and you guys live stream, you guys could be dealing with bots, trolls, people that are trying to interrupt your live stream. You guys could also be dealing with people trying to look at your phone when you're at work. Like, say you're texting. There's cameras. They're trying, your higher ups are trying to see who you're texting. They're trying to see who you're messaging. And I want to make you guys aware of this. Like, it is illegal in most states to have sound on the cameras or to be recording with sound. Somebody here has people listening to their conversation. Let's say somebody's telling you something at work, right? And then all of a sudden the phone starts ringing. And it's the person that you guys were just talking about. Or that person's about to tell you something that's going to help you. But the phone rings. Because I'm getting Cardi B through your phone. People are trying to see, like, you guys have people trying to hack into your stuff. They're coming at you with fake accounts. You guys have people trying to interrupt and disrupt your live stream. You guys have bots trying to interrupt your live stream. They're like, you guys, I don't even live stream anymore. Because what I'm channeling, I need to channel. I don't have time to, like, keep stopping. Like, you guys know I have super ADHD. And I mean, maybe in the future I'll, like, do a couple live streams just to, like, say hello and hang out with you guys. I would love to do that. But at the same time, I don't like people that come up in there and try to fearmonger everyone. They try to turn the conversation around, and they don't realize that they're an empty vessel walking around. They want you to always feel like you got to get ready for war. And they immediately make you feel like you have your guard up. And a lot of things are about perception, even though you don't care about people's perception. But people that understand you and that are like-minded, they're going to understand that, like, you have to put trolls in their place. The people that are not supposed to be in your soul tribe, the people that are not chosen like you, are going to be like, you're being negative. You're being negative. And now you're ruining the reading because you're telling that person where to go. But somebody chosen would understand it more. Do you understand what I'm saying? They would understand why you have to stand your ground, why you have to block, delete, repeat. They would understand. They would take notes. Okay? They would say, oh, that's how you deal with Decepticons. Okay. Sometimes you gotta show a bitch you got time. Okay? Sometimes you gotta show a bitch you got time. Like, a lot of the times I wouldn't have time to, like, chew somebody out in a live stream. And I would let you guys know. Okay? If you go back to those old live streams, I'd be like, I have time today. Okay? When I go the fuck off, I'm like, I have time today. Didn't have time yesterday, but today I'll make time. Okay? Because I'm not letting people come up on my shit that I work my ass off for. To channel and do what I love. I'm not letting anybody come run amok. The fuck? I don't think so. I don't thinking, blinking, stinking think so. I don't know what type of chucholini spaghetti shit they're on, but that ain't happening on my shit. So you guys are dealing with some people that not all their dogs are barking. Wheel of Fortune. You guys are going to be tapping into this success. You guys are getting a taste of this. Or you guys are realizing there's something about the way that you manifested as a child that is showing you that you don't have to get ready for war. You don't have to be exhausted. You can sit and be playful and go do something fun. Like I tell you guys all the time, go buy something from your childhood that you weren't allowed to have. My whole childhood things were taken away from me. I never got to play with freaking anything. Like literally anything. And it was frustrating. It wasn't until I moved away from her that she was like, oh, let me send her a Barbie. I'm a good mom. Let me send her a Barbie. So there are things that you're going to be doing where you're like, okay, I'm going to start watching movies I love. Like, I love watching cartoons. I love stuffed animals. I love My Little Ponies. I love The Little Mermaid. I love Cinderella too. Like, you guys see my channel art. I freaking love SpongeBob. You guys see my editing. Like, I'm a child. Youthful. We call it the Benjamin Button effect here on this channel. And I swear one day they're going to put it in the freaking Urban Dictionary. The Benjamin Button effect, which is something I talk about a lot on my channel, is you guys are steady sipping on the fountain of youth. And the more you get back to this youthful spirit, the younger you're going to be looking. Your age is going to reverse. Your age is reversing. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. People are like, oh my gosh, how'd they get that? How'd they do that? The gods just bring in just a taste. Like, you have so much more to come. Some of you guys are realizing how powerful your prayer is. Okay? Somebody here is realizing how powerful their prayer is. So say there's something crazy happening. Okay? And you're like, oh, I'm going to pray. Or, oh, I'm going to meditate. Or, oh, like whatever your spiritual practice is. Then all of a sudden it's like, boom, it's here. You're going to be like, whoa. Whoa. Let me give you guys an example. Okay? So last night, I had worked like 20 hours. Yesterday, I had worked like 20 hours. And I went to upload a video. And I got distracted and realized that I had set the video for a time that was way earlier than I thought. And not all of the checks had been run. When you upload a video to YouTube, you have to wait for it to upload. You have to wait for it to process. Then when it processes, you have to wait for the restrictions to be checked. Are there any copyright strikes? Is there anything crazy in there? Are we going to be able to run ads through this video? Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. I had set a video for like 15 minutes from the time it processed. And by the time I realized what time it was like 20 minutes after it published. And it was still checking for ads. And I feel like they don't like you to publish videos without all of the checks being ran. But it was taking it took like an hour or something. It took something crazy. So like for the first hour, there were like no ads on the last video. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I was praying, right? Once I realized what was going on, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm like, calm down. Everything's fine. You're just tired. You need sleep. But I said a prayer. I was like, God, I know I'm bugging out right now, but I need these restrictions to like get lifted so we can just like move everything along because we don't need any issues. I'm like, I don't need any issues. And I asked God just to help me with restrictions, and not even 2 seconds later, maybe 5 seconds. I don't know, like maybe 5, maybe 10. It was like green mark, check mark, like you've passed all restrictions. You guys are realizing you're the star. You're a star messenger. You're a star manifester. Your intuition is your superpower. People are treating you like you're the boss. People wish that you were the boss. Whoever I'm speaking to in your workplace, people see how kind you are and your natural desire to help, but that you don't just be helping everybody because people really just be trying you. People wish at your job that you were the boss. Not your competition, obviously. But the people that like are not competitive with you, they wish that you were the boss. Like they wish that you were the boss because they find you unforgettable. They like the way that you teach. And that's what you're starting to figure out. You have a natural desire to teach. You're good at it. You're a natural. And whatever you feel like is natural for you, that's what you need to be doing in your purpose. Okay, is it music? Is it spiritual messages? Is it channeling messages? Is it doing Reiki? Is it... I'm being prompted to get another deck. Okay, we're going to finish with this deck. 55:55 on the clock. But yeah, you guys, like, I wish I could have friends. Can't trust people, first of all. Second, like, I have you guys. Okay, like, I wish I could have friends, but it's so hard. It's far and few between. And I'm like, you know what? I have my soul tribe on YouTube, and, like, that's amazing to me. That is incredible. There are 37,000 people that fuck with me. And one day it's going to be 2 million people that fuck with my channel. Because I'm here to light up the world. I don't got it all figured out. But I'll be on my goat behavior. Okay? So comment down below. I am on my goat behavior. I am a protected child of God. The universe is my partner. I have divine protection. I am being divinely guided. You are this glowing... Let me pick this up. You are this glowing light. Like, this is the universe, right? The universe's hand. You are this glowing light. That's you guys. That's what you're starting to realize. Like, you're going through this heart chakra activation and you're like, whoa, I'm starting to realize why I did this and this and this in my past. I'm starting to realize, like, how to get back to what's going to really make me feel good. This type of happiness, you guys, is going to have you geeked up. Geeked up. Naturally curious. Naturally happy. Naturally proud of yourself. You feel me? So yeah, I'm just grateful for you guys. My God is watching over me. I'm hearing I got the whole world in my hands. I got the whole world in my hands. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. When you were a child, it was easy for you to see what you wanted to have. It was easy. It was light work because life hadn't smacked you down yet. Now that you've been through some things, you're learning how to love yourself fearlessly. And as you're doing that, you're like, I have to be able to envision myself with these things. Because maybe you're thinking like, I've been trying to manifest it, but you haven't actually sat down and envisioned you in this position, with this job, with this car, on this vacation, with this person. What that would feel like, what that would look like. Because if you cannot truly envision yourself with it, Why is God going to be like, oh, here you go? Why is the universe going to be like, here you go? Why is your ancestors going to be like, here you go? It's that you guys are realizing, like, dang, I do want these things, but I haven't been showing myself that I'm truly worthy of these things. So what that's going to entail for you is sitting with yourself. That's why you guys are going to get serious about recharging. Recharging in nature, sleeping more, taking some time off. Somebody here is going to be getting married soon. And you might be like, Brittany, what are you talking about? Yeah, somebody here, if not a couple of you, are going to be meeting someone really soon. And you're going to get married really fast. And I feel like that's because that person's a soulmate. Because you're going to know. Okay, so what I'm being prompted to tell you guys is that you will know. Because maybe you didn't have a desire to ever be married before, and this person's it's just gonna be easy. You're easily gonna get along. They're gonna mirror your higher self, and you're gonna mirror their higher self. And they're just gonna be like, I'm gonna propose. And you're like, okay. And that's not something you might not say. Yep, this card is definitely coming out. I thought maybe it's just for some people. Nope, it's coming out. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Because you are softening your heart to the fact that you deserve these things. You've always wanted these things. And so these things are coming for you. Comment down below. I am attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. This is your celebration. This is your feast. The power of the community. Oh my gosh. You guys, we got Pisces in the 11th house, but like you guys are not only the galactic mushroom, you are galactic in general on every level. And you guys have like this fairy power. You're very high vibrational. And you guys have people that are like you that are going to be gathering around you. And then I saw 1010. Wow. You guys could be 53, 36, 26, 31, but you don't have to be. But yeah, like you guys are not of this world. Like these are like mushroom fairy butterflies. Like people are gathering around you because you're chosen. It says gathering around the power of the community. The community. You know what I mean. The power of the community. Why does it keep coming out like that? Whatever. You guys know what I mean. You guys are at a stage of completion with hanging out with the karmic barnyard animals. Yeah, rest and renewal. Why is my stomach growling? Hopefully you guys cannot hear my stomach growling. You guys know how I am. I try really hard not to eat before a reading because it just slows me down. I don't got time to slow down. Okay, so we have Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. So not only, like, holy shit, you guys, there's like a lot of good shit. I'm not even gonna pull out any more cards because this is like a lot of good stuff. Okay, so like, I don't even know what to say. You guys have a garden of, you have a new timeline, what you're shifting into. Let me get it together. What you guys are stepping into, what you are shifting towards is rest and renewal. You are shifting towards knowing your purpose and that you don't have to have it all figured out. You're just gonna start. Well, let me say this, guys. If you were thinking about starting a YouTube channel, just start it. The first videos are very cringy. It's okay. You guys will find your footing. You'll get to look at your aesthetic, what you want to change, and just pretend like that you're just living your best life. Like when we were kids, we would play house, we would play school, we would play dress up. And then all of a sudden we get big and we're like, oh, I can't do that. It's going to be embarrassing. It's going to be embarrassing. No. If you feel like that's what you're supposed to do, just start. Especially if you were being prompted. Okay, if you were one of my subscribers, one of my soul family that had a bird hit their car, there is something you're supposed to be doing. And God is saying, hello. Remember? Okay, that made me think of that Drake song, remember? Don't you ever get it? Remember? They used to never want to hear us. Remember? So that's also a channeled song. They used to never want to hear us. That's why you're like, oh, I don't know. No one's gonna wanna listen to me, Brittany. Like, you guys, God kept prompting me to start my channel, and I was like, for what? I'm just trying to work out. Like, what is happening? Then I kept getting confirmation after confirmation. Then I was like, okay. Can I have one more confirmation? Because, like, I'm that bitch. And then I got another confirmation, and it was big. And I was like, okay, that's like the bird hitting the car. Like, feathers, poof, mind blown. You're just like, can't unsee that. Guess I gotta start. So, yeah, you guys, like, I had videos that were like, like, you guys, if you guys have been with me since day one, you've been here when the walls were bare. No furniture, because when I first started, I was starting over. I had just lost everything. Before I started my channel, that was the beginning of my spiritual awakening. And I'm hoping and praying that'd be the last time I lose everything. But you guys know what I mean. Like, when I first started, I didn't have anything. Didn't have anything. Didn't have any cute pillows. Like, didn't have any cute aesthetic anything. Go back 500 videos to where the walls were blank and I didn't even have a table. I just got this table. Like, I didn't even have a table. Like, because when I went through my spiritual awakening, there was a family member that I had trusted that had stolen a lot of money, and my attorneys advised me to start over. And I'm like, I don't, like, what? What do you mean start over? I just got married. I'm not starting over. He was like, yeah, you need to start over. Looked at the other attorney and yeah, you need to start over. Looked at the other attorney, she's like, yeah, you need to start over. I don't freaking want to. I'm freaking traumatized. Like, what? So that was like a big moment where it was like, okay, well, I got to start over again. And God knew that I needed my purpose, something to feed my soul, because I was already outgrowing people, not resonating, thinking like, am I losing my mind? Am I weird? People are going to be like, what is wrong with her? She is not the same. You guys could feel alone. You're not alone. I hope you feel always welcome here on my channel. You are never alone. And I'd be like you guys, desiring to have some real friends in the 3D, but sometimes this is best because then you can hop on when you need to. That sounds bad. Then you can click on when you need to, and then, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. Okay, I'm really tired. But anyways, that way you guys can click on to the messages when you need to, and you don't have to feel like, oh, I made plans, because I am also that person, the person that makes plans. And then I'm like, why did I make plans? Now I want to do this. Like, I change my mind like 50 times in a day. I don't have time to like think about next week. I can plan appointments, but like plans, I'm like scheduling fun. What? So you guys, I am also working on that too. But you guys are being divinely supported to venture off into this uncharted territory, this unmarked trail. You are being supported in your purpose. And not only that, you guys, you might not be able to monetize it or like be making money off of it quite yet, but know this, it is going to fulfill your soul in the biggest way. You guys, for the longest time, I didn't make money off of YouTube. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I like to edit and I like to talk and I like to like spread joy and love, but I didn't know what the frick I was doing. And so, yeah, Homegirl was not making money for like, I want to say almost 2 years. I'm in the late bloomer category, so this is a judge-free zone. You guys comment down below if you're also a late bloomer. You're also Benjamin Button. You're getting younger with age. Okay, we're going to get one more card for you guys. Thank you. You guys, I asked for one more. I just said one more. And I got, you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Star Messenger. That's a Star Messenger. Whether you're using Oracle cards or not. Like, I don't need cards necessarily, but I'm very childlike. I love illustrations. Give me a shiny book with pictures and I'll read it. I like other books too, but like, I mean, I really like shiny pages for some reason. So maybe that's why I really like oracle cards, but I don't know. Anyways, you guys are able to discern answers and you've been able to do that since you were young. You guys are able to do that for yourself and for others. That's your confirmation. If you were sitting there thinking, oh, I don't know, all you need is a phone and some light and a message, whether you have a deck or not. You guys, like, I have my own decks that, like, I've written on, like, you know, like, you can buy these on Amazon, these blank decks, and, I mean, they take forever to ship for some reason. Like, these are harder to get on Amazon Prime if you're a Prime member. This is not sponsored, but yeah, like, you guys can even start, like, with your own, and these aren't very much. I shouldn't show you this stack. This is not a realistic stack. Like, this is like 4 decks. I think it comes with like maybe this many in a pack. Okay, so when you see my big stack, that's a lot. That took hours. Took hours. Anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get your angel number. I hope this message helped you guys. Oh, let's go over really quick the struggle today. So yeah, if you guys have dealt with people, parental units attacking you, trying to taint your dream, keep being a worker bee, keep doing you. Now you're going to nurture yourself and you're learning how to mother yourself, get back to your heart space. You are the master at manifesting. You are the daydreamer. Being able to bring these things in, these things in since you were a child. You were a golden child. You are a child of the sun. You're chosen. Period. We got 224. Okay, we got 224. Let me know if this angel number means anything to you, or if you want to drop the definition in the comments. There. So we got angel number 224. We also have 1111, changes unfolding in the 11th house. And I just noticed this. You guys used to just do everything so fearlessly. And you're looking at that like, oh, I used to be so fearless. What happened? You guys are getting back to that. You guys are going to be feeling giddy, geeked up. That's how you know you're doing it right. Okay? When you film your first cringy video or your first cringy TikTok or whatever it is, you're going to be like, ooh, I don't know how great that looks. But you're going to be so proud of yourself. So proud of yourself. You were made for all of this. You were chosen. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Okay? I love you guys. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. You don't want to miss out. I be posting sporadically. You guys know I'm a workaholic, and I just be posting whenever the heck. And if you're looking for pick a cards, those are exclusively posted to Patreon in depth, ad-free, every weekend. I'm actually getting ready to film for Patreon right now. And yeah, just thank you guys for your funny Cash App donations. Like, the highlight of the Cash App donations is reading the notes. Like, it's like a personal little note, and I just love it. Becky, go back to your cubicle. That shit was awesome. That shit made my day. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll see you guys in the comments of the next one. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmation. Drop your confirmations, because I love reading those, guys. They make my day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.